guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing the Q&A video. This is the Q&A which I asked you guys to send me questions on Snapchat and a couple on Instagram as well on one of the posts I put up, and I chuck them all into a hat and just pick some out. So these are the couple of questions, I think there's about 13, which I've picked out of the hat. Obviously I didn't write down any super inappropriate ones but I actually chose a couple of the questions from the hat which I actually thought would be best to do separate videos on, because I thought these were really good questions and sort of questions that there was a lot to talk about and sort of help that I could give you, which I wouldn't want to make this video like 3 hours long by doing that. So if you asked a question on binge eating / why it happens / how you can help it stop, then I'm going to do a separate video on that. Then somebody else asked, I'm eating a lot but why is my bum shrinking when I started lifting weights? That's also a really good question and I'll answer that on a separate video. And the third one is how to stay motivated when you don't see results. Again, something I could talk about a lot on, so I thought why not chuck it in a separate video. So those wouldn't be on this Q&A because they'll be in a separate video, and the rest, here they come. First question is, how much protein do you eat in a day? Good question. I aim to eat my body weight in pounds of protein. So say I weigh 128 pounds, I'll aim to eat 125 grams of protein. Yes, it doesn't always happen. Some days I don't reach that goal and I'm really far from that goal, but I just think that's a good goal to sort of try and reach. When I tracked macros, that was the sort of goal that was set for me for my macros, was my body weight in grams. So that's what I try and do day to day. Sometimes I don't reach it, sometimes I go over. Yeah, protein is so good, it's so filling, so I do try and eat a lot of it and contain a lot of it within my diet. Next question. Does tracking macros get obsessive sometimes? Yes. Tracking macros it's a difficult one. A lot of people question the obsessiveness of tracking macros because you have to weigh everything and measure everything and all of that, and it can seem super obsessive. And if you're a really obsessive person and you get, unhealthily obsessed with things, and you know that it's going to end up taking over your life and making you unhappy, then probably tracking macros isn't best for you, because yes, tracking macros is obsessive, but it's a learning curve, and I only did it for 6 months and I enjoyed it. It wasn't obsessive in a bad way, it was obsessive in I was learning every day and taking things in and obsessing over good food and good knowledge of nutrition and things like that. So the thing is, it's being obsessed with tracking and learning the knowledge of the food, but then it's not letting that obsession sort of control your life. So if I didn't hit my macros for like 3 days in a row, I wouldn't let it upset me because it was a learning curve and I was learning about food and about my body and things like that. So I guess it depends on what type of person you are. How long did it take you to get your bum like that? Good question. A lot of people ask me this. It has taken over 2 years. So if you've been training for a couple of months, please don't be disheartened if you're not seeing the results of people that you look at or look up to on Instagram and things like that. These results take time. I mean, for the first year, maybe even, or 6 months at least of that training period, I was not being efficient with my training, I was not lifting heavy, I was not doing the correct things, but I was still working glutes and I did still see results. But I would say that what I've achieved maybe could have been achieved in less, maybe like a year and a half or a year. I take breaks over summer, I go away, I went traveling and things like that. I don't let my training take over my life, I just do it when I can and I put my all into it when I can. So yeah, maybe other people could do it in a quicker period of time, but it took me roughly 2 years, and I need to sneeze. Okay. Question 4, where do you get your day-to-day casual high-waisted leggings from? I love this question because I love my day-to-day casual high-waisted leggings, and they are from New Look and they are $7.99 and that is it. The other day I bought, I think, 6 pairs from there because I just stock up when it's like 20% off or something. And I just love them. They've got a really, oh, I'm wearing them right now. They've got a super high-waisted band. I shall show you. I like them because they've got a super high-waisted band. You cannot see. They've got a super high-waisted band like this, which just kind of holds your this area of you really nicely. And then they are not see-through on the bum area, and they're just really nice leggings. They're long and I love them. So yeah, those ones are super cheap and they work super well for me, so I love them. Question 5, why do I get lower back pain when heavy lifting? This is a good question, and lower back pain whilst lifting is obviously most commonly to do with your form. Form is very important, and I remember deadlifting about a year ago and I couldn't walk for 4 days because I injured my lower back so badly from deadlifting, because my form was just horrendous. I jerked up at the beginning and I just completely messed up my back and it was horrible. So form is obviously the first thing to look at. Is your form correct and is it spot on? Because if not, that's probably why. Second, after lifting heavy or using anything which is strenuous in your back or all over your body, you've got to make sure you're stretching. You've got to stretch out, foam roll, all that nonsense which we all hate doing and all pretend we don't have time to do. You've got to make time to do it at the end of your session or whenever you can. Stretch out your back, stretch out your glutes, your bum, your legs, your everything, and then foam roll if you've got access to one of them. If not, I really recommend getting one of them off Amazon. Yes, so that would also help a lot with reducing pain. And then the third thing, I guess if you've only just started heavy lifting, your body is has got to get used to lifting heavy things, and at the beginning, yes, your body aches and hurts a lot more because it's just not used to it. So if you're finding that it's really excruciating and it's really, it's causing more pain than it's worth, then take the weight a step back. Don't lift too heavy and build back from basics and start building your weight and your strength back up again, because the last thing you want to be doing is lifting a weight which is just causing you pain and not actually benefiting you in any way. Because if your muscles are in that much pain and not recovering, then you're not going to be building muscle and you're not going to be building size or strength or anything like that. So you have got to think about what's going to be best in that sense. Number 10, what is your go-to healthy cheap meal at uni? If I'm really low on money, which I am right now, and I'm trying to be super cheap, I will do things without meat in them, because I find that meat is super expensive, and obviously I keep meat in my daily diet or my day-to-day diet. But if I've got like no fresh chicken or no, like I've used up all my fresh meat for the week or the day, then I will make like a sort of I will do rice, which is super cheap, brown rice with a sort of what do you call it, like casserole sort of thing on top with like vegetables, sweet potato, chopped tomatoes and sort of thing, because the sweet potato is so much cheaper than meat and it's filling, and obviously that's quite a carb heavy dinner, but it's so cheap and it's a great post-workout meal. And like fresh chicken, fresh fish, it's all so expensive, so you've got to be careful. Like frozen is so much cheaper if you're looking for cheap alternatives for meat and fish. Like frozen stuff is so cheap. I just hate defrosting stuff and I never ever get around to doing it. Number 11, what's your weakest muscle and how do you try and strengthen it? Well, my weakest muscle would be chest, because I hate working chest so much. I hate it so much and I never do it. What do you try and do to strengthen it? Not enough. I don't do enough to try and strengthen it. I mean, if I was to try, no, I am trying to strengthen it currently, and what I'm doing is I'm taking it back to basics. I didn't work chest for a long time because I didn't see results, and I wasn't really bothered by it. But I'm pretty strong like overall now, and it's just my chest that's letting me down, and I don't like that anymore. So I do want to work on my chest, and I'm just taking it back to basics. I'm doing simple movements with light weights, and I'm working it up just like I worked up all the rest of my parts of my body. Number 12, how old are you? I am 20 years old, 21 in May. How scary is that? I feel about 12. I literally feel 12. Number 13, would you ever do personal training? Yes, I would love to do personal training, and I want to do my personal training course next summer. Yeah, but it's pretty expensive, so I'm going to start saving up, and I really hope to get that done because I know a lot of you guys are asking me about personal training and things like that, and I would love to be able to do some personal training classes. It's what I would really love to do. I even considered a month or so back dropping out of uni and just doing personal training, because obviously fitness is something I'm just frantic about, and I love it so much, and I'm really passionate about it, and it still does play on my mind, but I think I've come this far with university now, and obviously I'm doing something really different from fitness. I'm doing a maths degree, so I know it's completely different, but I do love it at the same time, and I've just got to remember that having that degree will be so good if I can just get it done. And it's hard to say just get it done when it's actually really hard, and it takes up so much of my time, and I do need a passion for it to get it done, but I am going to try, and if it doesn't work, then I have always got fitness, and that to fall back on, because I know how passionate and how much I love fitness. So yes, I will do personal training sometime in the future, next summer, hopefully. Next is, how are you helping yourself to learn to love your curves? That is a good question. Learning to love your curves is hard, but I think it's just, this is also a question which I could talk about forever, and maybe I'll do a separate video on this question as well, but in a nutshell, learning to love your curves is hard. You've got to find it within your mindset that you are you, and you are beautiful. Like, everybody is so different in this world, in this day and age. Like, curvy, to be slim, to be muscular, to be any of those body types is normal, and it's normal in a way that is abnormal, because we are all unique, and we all have things that we don't like about ourselves, or things that we do like about ourselves. But I think it's just learning to love yourself for just who you are as a person, and also just like, I love my big muscular legs, and I'm learning, the way I learn to love them is to accept that not everybody else is going to love them, and I never want to please anybody else. I don't work at the gym, and I don't work out for anybody else apart from me. Like, I literally don't care what that guy across the street has to say about my legs. There are loads of people that think my legs are too muscular and think that they're too big and I look too manly, and I don't care. I do not care. I'm doing this for me, and I'm doing it for myself, and it's what I want. And the thing is, like, I know that it's not perfect, because there is no perfect, and I know that it's not what everybody else wants to see or have, but I don't care, because I love it. And yeah, that's basically how I learned to love myself, knowing that there's no perfection, and that not everybody, you can't strive to be like, not have muscular legs, because if too many people are saying to you, oh my god, your legs are so big, they're so muscular, so I stop having muscular legs, there'll be people that will say, oh no, I preferred them when they were muscular, or oh no, I blah blah blah. You're never going to please everyone, so why don't you just start with pleasing yourself, whatever you are happy with. That's pretty much it. Next one is, are you single? And that is no, I do have a boyfriend. We've been together for nearly 3 years. Is it? I'll have to double check. 2.5. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, we've been together for a long time, and we love each other dearly. He's here in university with me, and we're one of those annoying couples which does everything together. So that is my answer to that. The last question, I got a lot for some reason. I don't know whether it's like one that a lot of people get asked on Q&As, but it was basically to rank these things of what I would look for in a boy. Height, personality, body tonage, face, and wealth. I thought this was quite funny, so I'm gonna rank these in order of personality. Obviously comes first. I know it's one of those stupid things that everybody says, personality, no, seriously, personality. Like, I'm very uncaring about looks and all that. I find it very, I don't know. I need the person who I'm with to be my bestest friend. Like, I just can't have anything else. Like, I'm the type of person who spends a lot of time with the people that I love. So yeah, they've got to start out as my best friend, and yeah, so personality is majorly up there because I would be spending so much time with them and talking to them so much. Like, we've got to get along and be happy and all of that. So personality 100% first. Face, height, body tonage, wealth. I think maybe height would come next. Like, as in, I'm not super fussy about like, you have to be 6 foot or whatever, like, but just being taller than me, like, I kind of think I would need. I don't know why. I like it. It's like protecting me, like cuddles, and I don't know. I'm not too fussy, but I think that would come next. Body tonage can go last because I'm not really bothered. I think people think that because I'm a gym girl, not because I'm into fitness, that I would need my boyfriend or partner to be into fitness, and he is into fitness, and he was into fitness way before me, but I don't think it's something that I would look for. So I think I would go personality, height, face, wealth, body tonage. Yeah, I think that's it. Strange question, but kind of interesting to answer. Okay guys, that was the Q&A done. I picked out roughly 15, I think. I've stopped now because the video is going to be too long otherwise, and I like to keep my videos relatively short. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the Q&A. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed. Likes are really helpful for me to just kind of know what type of content you guys are enjoying and what you want to see more of, and you know, whether you like it or not. So give it a like if you enjoyed, and give it a comment. Now, comments, I have said on Snapchat and I think on one of my Instagram posts that I didn't realise you had to like do a little thing to actually tag people's names in comments, like when you reply to them. So all the comments that I've had in previous videos, like, I've just replied without tagging people in them, and I don't think anybody knows that I reply to them. But I reply to every comment that I get because I love getting comments and I love reading them, and they make me so happy. So please, please, please don't be put off by the fact that if I haven't, you thought I haven't replied to you before. I probably did, I just didn't tag you in it. So please leave me a comment. Let me know whether you enjoyed it, and also whether you want to see another Q&A, whether you'd like me to set up another Q&A on Snapchat or Instagram, or where you can ask questions, and maybe we could do weekly Q&A, or just, I think they're really helpful to answer your guys' questions like quickly and efficiently, rather than kind of answering them all separately to different people, because a lot of you have the same questions. So yeah, let me know whether you'd want to see another one of these videos. That is it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of me. I will see you in the next video, if not before, on Instagram or Snapchat or something like that. So thanks for watching guys, and see you soon. Bye.